Hey guys, can I talk about Sonic 4 Episode 1? The way I want to play this, because it'll be an extremely short game otherwise, is I'm going to actually keep redoing these levels until I'm happy with the run. Sort of like speedrun practice, because if I don't do that, it'll be an extremely short stream. I forgot everything about this game. This is one of the most hated Sonic games ever. And I think it's completely unjustified. I talked about it a bit when like, how long ago was that? Like a year and a half at this point. Did Sonic 4 Episode 2 and Episode Metal. When you get right down to it, gameplay's fine. Gameplay is fine. Sonic looks a little weird when he jumps like runs like that. They made him a little blurry, but they really just stretched him out. And in the follow-up, they just didn't. They undid that. I know I've said before that, like, I've talked down on this game while playing the Episode 2. Because Episode 2's good, and I'm angry that people don't agree that it's good, because you didn't get Episode 3. And I would frankly about equal between Episode 2 and Sonic Mania. So, what did I want to say? So, like, let's get down to, like, the core of this game. This is a 4-zone, small, 2D modern Sonic game, made in cooperation between Sonic Team and Dimps. It is Dimps! Dimps been on that Sonic game since Advance and has not been off that Sonic game until Lost World 3DS, the good version of Lost World. And it's basic. You got Sonic's most basic abilities, and then he has an air dash and or homing attack. He's modern Sonic. And it's not classic Sonic. And this wasn't a problem for the last 5 Dimps games. Actually, let's see. So this came out in, like, November-ish of 2010. Like, alongside Colors, kinda. Okay. Messed up in the same place. Maybe I can recover this one, though. Not quite. And, the marketing ploy for this game is Sonic is back revisiting familiar locations that are not, we're not on South Island. We're not in later parts on, West Side Island. We are in later parts around Never Lake, so that's fun. But this won't be near Never Lake. But that we don't see Never Lake in the background. No, that's like ocean apparently. Okay, I do want to get out of this stage at this point, so I'm just gonna run with whatever I get. I'm gonna run with it. It's very, very classic. You got a fast high route, you got a slow bottom route, you got a soggy bottom route, full water. The weirdness of the mechanics. This is pretty much the same situation with episode 2, is that the rolling has very specific uses. It's very Sonic Rush, but you don't have a boost. You don't have a super peel out. I think a super peel out would actually, like, be a great boon to this game. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. You have that kind of stuff. You have where you don't have pixel perfect edges, so you can jump off. Instead of jumping, you do a homing attack. But there's a lot of, like, good momentum in this that I didn't want to do a special stage that's based around using the air boost properly. And the spin dash is, even though the rolling's weird, the spin dash is perfectly fine. These special stages are garbage. Even though episode 2s are much harder, if they were ever going to do that collection, which it's never going to happen, because, you know, everybody so grotesquely hates this affront to Sonic games that, Sonic Team is failing the pay attention that Sonic 4 ever existed challenge. You need to get a specific amount of rings to get through these gates. You rotate the stage instead of controlling Sonic, so that's how it differs from the Sonic 1 stuff. Much like the, episode 2 ones, they're a twist on Sonic 1s instead of Sonic 2s. You can go right to the next act, you can go to the map. Was released. I'm on so many tangents right now, but it was released to be like a very, very small 4-zone game, with the marketing ploy with being Sonic is back alone in his own modern but classic game. Don't you want to play this? You rampantly loud, opinionate people who only want to play Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. We've got Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 at home. Except now you have a homing attack. Isn't that cool? Y'all like Sonic Adventure 2 also, right? No? Wrong crowd? Who are we marketing this to again? Certainly not the person playing it who really will enjoy it. We're gonna market the next episode to them. They did that focus on Sonic 1, because they wanted this to be an episodic, small little thing. It was for WiiWare, it was for Xbox Live Arcade, it was for mobile, it was probably for PSN, I don't know. 2010, I did not use the PS3 much. Because everything I wanted to play played better on the Xbox. What we got full of little gimmicks, you know, you loved your little gimmicks in the original, like, you really, they lost the plot on who they were marketing this to, because, like, it's fine, like, the level design is fine, the gimmicks are mostly fine, there are some that suck. The worst gimmicks are the ones that are like, hey, we ripped this straight from Sonic 1, just like we do it later in Mania. Literally the worst part of Mania. The music is lackluster, but honestly not bad. I keep doing that. The sound font's just kind of weird. The rhythm is good. Except for Casino Street. And, I don't know. Like, if they wanted to make this... They didn't even have to do anything for the levels, like... Sure, whatever. We're rehashing to follow up to something cooler and better. But again, like, there's zero plot to this game. This is the least plot of any Sonic game. Guaranteed. The manual does not give you any insight following that up. Because all that gives you is... sometime after Sonic 3... yeah. And also sometime after any classic Sonic game that takes place after Sonic 3. Which there are several. Because you're modern Sonic. Sonic is exploring new locations, and Eggman is up to no good again. Okay, yeah. Cool. Sonic 1 had more plot than this. It had environmental storytelling out the ass, and also, if you went to the... All you needed from the manual was... This takes place on South Island. It's where the Chaos Emeralds have been hidden away. The 6 of them. It's Sunset Hill! It's Advance 3. Except it's not, because that was possibly actually South Island. And this is not. We got the thingies. Yeah, you add that context from just all... That's the only context you need from the manual in Sonic 1, and boom, you got, like, the whole story just from gameplay. Eggman's trying to take over to get the Chaos Emeralds. He's doing this by putting animals in robots to take over the facilities and the island. Sonic ain't standing for that. He ain't having none of that today. He's going to take him out. Like, boom. Watch him go through a journey across the island. I have no idea where the hell I am in this, aside from that it looks like places that I should know, and it's distinctly not. It's not supposed to be. Which you can tell by the map. I'll show the map after the boss act. Have these zip lines? These zip lines were featured in Mania. In Green Hell Zone. I don't know what to believe anymore. They were also sorta featured in Angel Island. No, I don't want it. What do I do? Which was the whole thing, because the Green Hill, you were actually in Angel Island. To the boss act. There's genuinely, like, no story in this. All of the context for the story comes from the fact that this is Sonic. It's been a while. He's in places. And anything further than that comes from Episode 2. Oh wow, it's the Green Hill boss. Except I have a homing attack now. What you gonna do? He's gonna slam jam me. Guess what? See, because you remember when I did Episode 2, the first boss, it showed up the structures from Aquatic Ruins, and then Eggman smashed them down in protest, be like, we ain't doing that again. We're not doing it at this time. This is why. Because that's all that boss was. It was just, hey, what if I did this? And, like, again, the way they could have, like, made all of this valid, like, I don't even care if you're rehashing all this stuff, is if they didn't do the Sonic-only thing. We have 3 zones to choose from. We were just in Sunset, so it makes sense we go to night next. This is the same reason that I do, Winter Park, I think it's called. before I do anything else in, whatchamacallit. That's not where I wanted to go. In, episode 2. Because it's nightfall, little planets in the sky, being constructed on. Woo! But there's no plot like that here. I have no idea where this place is. You don't have any idea. This isn't West Side Island's city with a casino that may have turned into Casino Park in Heroes. Who knows? The worst music in the game. But it's still an earworm. I was in the exact same place with the episode Metal when I said that last time. Still a bit of an earworm. Ah. Impromptu gambling percent. If they made this game so that there were like 10 playable characters, oh no. No, I'm doing impromptu gambling percent. There. If you try to do this in episode Metal and you fall down, it's very easy to fall down because they made it structured like that. You can't recover. And like, again, they learned this lesson with episode 2. They make it a Sonic and Tails feature. They go all in on that. There's a tag function. You do Sonic and Tails together. They do everything together. It's beautiful. It's basically... The thing is, if they did do, instead, like every character for this, except for Shadow wouldn't make sense. Except for Rouge, they wouldn't make sense. We have several modern characters that, oh god, would work. We could have Sonic, we could have Tails, we have Knuckles, we have Amy. We couldn't have Cream. We could have Vector, we could have Charmy, we could have SBO, we could have Mighty and Ray. They weren't gonna do Mighty and Ray. We have the Chaotix though. We could have like 7 characters. That would have been great. But again, they were convinced because of the people complaining about stuff that nobody liked those modern characters. Everyone just wanted to play as Sonic, and we also got like 500 other games where we only played as Sonic around the same time. We had Unleashed. We had Colors. We had Generations. We played as only Sonic twice in Generations. That's how bad it was. We had Forces. We got an OC in that one. We had Lost World. If you wanted to play as another character, you had to play Sonic Runners, which, well, I'm gonna be honest, one of the best Sonic games ever. And you have non-canon characters you can play as in that. You could play as Styx, you could play as Mephiles. It doesn't matter. Why'd I do that? But again, this is a cheap and quick game. This is also an incomplete game. It's like, you know how this is gonna sound like a very rude Buster comparison, but you know how like Deltarune had a good Fortress chapter, and we got chapter 2, and it's like, oh boy, did they refine how this game works. Oh boy, that's what this episode and episode 2 are like. It's like Deltarune, but in a positive. A positive for Deltarune. Talking about a good thing about Deltarune. That's like, hey, don't be so hard on this one. Because nobody remembers this was a fucking cheap ass mobile game. You can get this for $2. Still, I think. I don't know what it is on Steam. It is on Steam. So I couldn't open this for the longest time. I don't know why, but I have it set to a nice, like, 4x3 little window. And I don't care. If you had it on standard definition on the Xbox Live, it, like, made the view of the stage so small. Like, if this seems small to you right now, it was worse. it was like, you couldn't see what was coming. And right now it's like, okay, this is perfectly fine. I know where I am. You were like too far ahead in the stage. You would have wanted the Sonic CD classic, you stick at the back. And you get sort of that effect from the 16 by 9, but you have the same zoom in for. Oh, remember Lost World, 3DS, Sky Road Casino? That's what this is. That's where they took this from. That. A lot of admin. What was I saying? I got excited. The level's not. It's just not as bad as it seems like it is. This one gets pretty brutal at the end with the like pitfalls, but it is a Dimps game, so like that's expected. This kind of stuff. See, that's not fun. I like had it too, and it was like, but you don't. The walking is... The walking is dumb, too. Like, that is admittedly super dumb. It's about on par with Rivals, but the ability to, like, cheese it like that, that's a Sonic... I think that's even a Sonic 4 Episode 1 exclusive. I do polish Episode 2 so much. I promise. And, like, still, I'm saying, this game doesn't feel bad. I've lost the plot of what I was talking about earlier, but like, still. List of games I'd rather play this instead of Sonic 1, Sonic 2 8-bit, Sonic Blast, fucking Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance isn't as fun as this. Fun enough. Though definitely in Sonic Advance's credit, it has 4 players you can play from, so maybe it is better. They're about the same, I guess. I give Sonic Advance a hard time. Just really don't like the way it feels. That's funny. This is the worst part. This stage. It's not the worst part yet. The worst part is going to kill me. It's weird, because, like, the reason I said what I did at the very beginning, how this is gonna be where I run through the game. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I remembered. I don't know how I died so often the first time I did this. The reason I was like, I'm gonna just keep restarting the stages until I, am happy with the run through the stage, like speedrun practice, is because I've actually done that for this game before. Like, by just casually wanting to do that. Not for anything. Remember Carnival Night? You like Carnival Night, right? People who only want to play Sonic 1 and 2, right? Put more Carnival Night in your casino nights so that you can carnival while you casino. Eat. Earl? Oh, almost cool. You can do cool things sometimes. As a treat. And, like, you can't even blame this game for being like, oh, but all the badniks are rehashed. Some of the badniks in this never left. There's been Valkyries and Turtloids since, in every other game that didn't exclusively have egg pawns. Spinners have been in, like, almost every game since Adventure. Like, almost as a continuity thing. Like, they Lost World brought back did everything this tried to do like perfectly correct as far as aesthetic goes. This sort of missed the mark, but Lost World fucking nailed it. It didn't really with the gameplay, but again, like, you know, honestly, I'd rather play this than the HD version of Lost World. I would rather play the 3D version, 3DS version, than this, though. Handily. If it weren't for Act 2 of Frozen Factory, I'd rather play this than play Lost World 3D than Sonic Frontiers. It'd be that high up there, without that up front. Almost like puzzle platforming, actually, to a degree, I realize. People probably don't like puzzle platforming. Not unless they're silver. Give me a silver game that's all puzzle platforming. This is distinctly puzzle platforming, actually. And if you don't want this to be Carnival Night, my Sonic 1 and 2 aficionados, listen to the sound effects of that king. That's just Oil Ocean. Everyone's favorite Oil Ocean. The best. I can't say it. Hate Oil Ocean. Least favorite in both Sonic 2 and Sonic Mania. Oh, that's what's good. I forget how this goes again. I think this boss sucks. Just making a guess. I don't remember it. But the Sonic 2 version of this boss is an acquired taste. Alright, I've never seen that before. I've never let him just grab me like that before. There's the electricity. Is he playing the Gashapon? Wow, that's a big radius. I think I just have to... No, I found it. I found the way. That's the power of the air dash of the homing pack, baby. Of the Thok. Let me out of this hell. Such a small exit. And try and add, like, more story to this than I had before. Cause, like... Eggman, I guess to this point, always had, like, an ulterior motive for capturing animals to be, like, badniks and energy sources. Like, maybe the additional story is, like, he's... Because remember, the story we've made up is that the entire reason that he is doing stuff here, to get his egg station up there, so he can get a probe out to the little planet, so he can revitalize metal, and get his beloved son back home. I didn't wait long enough. Hard to say, because either you have to do it too quick, or you have to do it... Alright, thanks. Thanks, Labyrinth. Thanks, better stage than Labyrinth, actually. Ain't even gonna trip on that. Go back up there. I wanna go back up there. This is a stage I'll... Don't do that. This is a stage I'll reset. Until I get a good route. Take a style size. And while he was at it, while he was trying to get his egg station up, he was researching these ruins specifically. Why do I keep doing that? Because the D-pad is an analog stick, and I don't know why they designed these retro bits that way. It's a bad design. I want my D-pads to be D-pads. It causes a lot of confusion. Like, you thought I got a lot of confusion with the GameCube controller. I get about half the amount of confusion with this, so it's like still bad. Fucking burrowers. I'm gonna still call them drillburs. They're prototype grounders to me, actually. Let's see. Do I have a checkpoint? I don't think I have a checkpoint. You have a checkpoint. Not at a part where I actually care. That's such a better... That's such a better use of my time. Okay, so there's a lot of, like, aerial control, I'm realizing. Benefit. I feel like I left, like, the 2 thought trains derailed. I've not gotten back to them. I do not know how I got through that Orbinaut like that. Get me out of this water! Fucking Sonic 1S water physics. You remember Sonic 1? Labyrinth Zone? Everyone's favorite water zone? The literal reason that one person I know will not touch another Sonic game because that Sonic 1 was their first experience and Labyrinth Zone ruined everything for them. Which is completely valid, but also that's like... So I made a spreadsheet. I made a spreadsheet of how I feel ranking. Yes, that's where I'm going with this. I went into a spreadsheet ranking Sonic games. Specifically because I was like, how many games do I like more than Sonic 1? Heroes. They're on the same level. And I did not count it because there are so many, and so I've got the best of the best. The rank's literally called "It doesn't get better than this." This is a, to me, of course, and I can safely tell you there's. I jumped soon. That's where you will find Sonic 3 and Knuckles and/or Air. Sonic Adventure Original, not DX. Fuck DX. DX is below Sonic 1 on the ranking. And Sonic Runners and the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Why do I keep doing this? I keep doing that because in Episode Metal, there's platforms there. And I like to jump on those platforms and yeet. And it works. It's great. And I'm being a little bit facetious by putting Runners and Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog in Best of the Best. Like, my original idea was to give Sonic Runners its own category. And Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, while this is completely accurate of a description of its quality, it's like only half a Sonic game. It's a visual novel. And, you know, visual novels are like default good if they're, you know, enjoyable at all. Like, just give me visual novel, you know? But it also has like special stage little think puzzles. Those are, I love those. So like it even has some like Sonic charm to it that makes me go like, ah, this stands out among visual novels to me. And then we have like ones that I'm like, these are so fun that I am not frustrated at all by the jank. And I don't know how much is there, but there's a lot of fucking fan games in that. Like, that's where you got Sonic Triple Trouble, that's where you got Project 06, you got Sonic GT, you got Fallen Star, you have 2 Absolute, for sure. That might even be worthy of going best of the best for me sometimes, but not really. Can you tell what the gimmick of this level, of this act is? You have a torch, so you can see in the dark and light fires. Guess what? I got confused whether the minecart and the torch were the same level. Were different levels. They're not, they're the same. Just like an underground zone in Sonic 1, 8-bit. If you don't know that, you're a fake Sonic fan. You people complaining about minecart segments? No. Alright, thank you. I was waiting for y'all. I thought you were spikes. Now I've derailed 4 thought trains. What was I talking about? I was talking about rankings for Sonic games. Okay, so like, I have a lot of fan games for there, but when it comes to like, real... I think I just soft-locked myself. Nope, okay, we're good. When it comes to real games, it's like... I think there's a lot when it comes to real games. What do I put there? I put Unleashed. Put Unleashed up there for sure. Unleash my beloved. Hey dude, do I put Shadow up there? I don't think I put Shadow up there, because that might be a lie. Like, Shadow's like top of the next ranking, but I don't think it's... I mean, I can understand why, like, Sonic speedrunners were not like this game, because there's a lot of, like, these puzzle platforming, you know, acts, and it's like, sure. That's not fast. The fast parts are the more artificial segments, but it's actually, like, fun enough that I don't really care a lot of the time. What are you? Oh, that's what that one is. Wait, what? Okay. Wait. Yes. This one. This one. Much slower. Yeah, I'll do this one. Oh, I understand now. Okay. Wrong one. I have to do this one first. That one's so slow. Wait. Why is that one? Is this one closing that? That's a... Ooh. Hate this. I got into it for a second, but actually I think I hate this. Or... I think this is possible. Okay. See, like, I get it. I get it, that's garbage. It's a thinker. Why am I doing a thinker in a Sonic game? That's the only context that that's bad in. I would say. I'm not, like, even deterred from playing this right now. Gosh, people get mad about that kind of stuff, huh? This isn't even the worst of the Lost Labyrinth acts, I would say. Somebody... I don't think anyone know how to do. Actually, I don't think that's possible, because I don't have broadcasting automatically uploaded. I have to manually do that. That's why last night's stream is not up, because, you know what? You know. If there are 2 exclamation points, that means you will die. What just happened? Oh, I jumped in a way that screwed up my momentum, so I couldn't go over the bomb fast enough. I caused it. That was me. Don't jump unless you're supposed to. That's the minecart thing. I almost didn't make it. It's supposed to be cool. It's supposed to be Indiana Jones. It's like Meta Jungle Act 2. A Nautilus shell? I was starting to go over what the actual story for this is, given the context of the next one. That's one of the thoughts I left off. Because we got to Lost Labyrinth, and I got, like, super distracted by everything. Look at that face. Nothing like anything you've seen in Labyrinth Zone. The iconography is completely different here. Even if we got water slides, just like Labyrinth Zone. We got Sonic 1 at home. I don't think there's a bubble shield. Now imagine if I could play this level with Tails' propeller. That's what we're gonna miss out on, because we're never gonna get a collection of this that combines the two together so that you can just play Metal without having to have both games. You can have just the good game and the good game. You don't need this incomplete game. I still admit, it's incomplete. It has merit, but it's incomplete. And it's only really worth my time because I enjoy Episode 2. That was also a reason I didn't bother playing it, because Episode 2. This is the worst part. Not this part specifically, there's a later part with spikes where you have to be very careful. not where the Switch was. The Nintendo Switch. This is an infinite falling slide, much like Labyrinth, actually. I was gonna say much like Ice Cap Zone. This is much like Hydra City. Remember? Okay, well, this isn't the only moving wall in this game. But this does function exactly like Hydra City in some places. Why this is here. Really jank. It's fine, I don't care, like... I don't know what people are so upset about. I told you before, like, I was looking hella forward to episode 2 when it was coming out. Like, I was okay with this game, and that was gonna take shit in a cool direction story. Story where Eggman was just... he got his egg station up in this because he wanted to get Metal Sonic back home. Beloved son, that's the exact thing I said earlier. And while he was at it, he was studying these ruins for a new power that he can empower Metal Sonic with. And Sonic goes through these adventures, trying to just stop him from taking the flicky animals, and... Like he do. Like, if he's scheming, he's probably scheming bad. If I defeat him, it'll be fine. And he does not catch on to any of the plot. He does not find the Dark Power to use it himself or take it from Eggman. Remember that part in Labyrinth Zone Act 2? See those spikes? The spikes are real. You can't just leave them there. And if you get hurt, use your rings, you have to reset all over again. I think you actually can just make it go in one and done if you go slow enough. I don't truly remember. This is literally like as bad as it gets before the final boss. The final boss actually sucks. But the final boss sucks because it's imitating the Sonic 2 final boss, which sucks. It's Sonic 2. I don't like it. You can send Sonic back without sending the other stuff back. And if you get that thingy out, you're home free. You can be as careful as you want, but if you just try to go boom, you take too long. There it is. That's what I was thinking the first time. There's like 2 of those you have to hit. But you can go here. It was blocked off before, I promised. And while it seems like Sonic is all alone in this, we know that Tails is helping him in the background. We'll see proof of that later. Eggman gets his probe up. Hey, did you like Labyrinth Zone's boss? When I make fun of this, I am making fun of a certain breed of classic Sonic fan that does not like exist anymore. I don't think they exist anymore because, listen, we're gonna actually get into some shit right here with like a lot of the mentality of Sonic continuity. But I don't think this fan exists anymore because like there was a sudden time where everyone decided, actually we care about Sonic CD. Actually, 3 and Knuckles is like some of the most solid gameplay in the entire series, and maybe they should make a game that completely mimics that. Mania. Which is something that Sonic Team typically does not do, for reasons of, why are we repeating ourselves? We don't do that. Like, maybe it was just a specific community I was in back in the day. Maybe? maybe it was not, like, widespread at all. Like I said, it's a very, very vocal minority, and I had to watch it in the front row. Couldn't sneak my way out of there. Eggman's too solid in this. And, like, that's the exact person they were pandering to when they bring back literally the worst, like, the most annoying boss in Sonic 1. Not even. That's Starlight. Starlight. But, like, this is the most unforgiving one. Labyrinth. Now we're in Lost Labyrinth, and it's a lot kinder. It is so much kinder. You don't have a hitbox on the poles for those spikes anymore. Like, that's where we're fine. We don't need it. What? Oh, okay. Wrong fork. Okay. Busy? I just want to jump. Alright. And Segman does the exact same thing in this sense. He doesn't matter. He's just obstructing your way. He's not. It is nice that they put like an actual boss. I do appreciate that. I just don't know why they needed the long-winded labyrinth. In the name. Dang, I started saying like 5 things that I didn't follow up on any of. So like, they try to overcorrect. They don't even overcorrect. They do it perfectly. Like, they try to correct it by being like, alright, let's do something new, something with continuity, because we were trying to do that era of Sonic. And follow up to Sonic CD. But suddenly, like, everyone in Sonic is saying, like, no, Sonic CD came before Sonic 2. It came between 1 and 2. And here's the thing. Nobody thought that until 2011. Because barely anybody, like, I played Sonic CD. I played the 1997 PC port, which was apparently the worst version. I don't see why. And, like, very, very few people played the 1993 original. Because, you know, it's just, you have to find the freaking Sonic community if you had a CD, Sega CD. Because, like, I don't know, like, I couldn't afford that as a child. We had one Genesis, it broke, and there we were. Like, we got a PC already. I guess this is our video game device now. I'll get you the collections of Sonic, because you seem to like those. But that's the kind of shit you work with back then. Like, not everybody had an SNES, even. I had a Game Boy Color at some point, and then I didn't see another game console until the Dreamcast. So then they make like a revamped version. It's not even revamped that much, but like it's polished. Polished version of Sonic CD comes out in 2011, and people see, and it becomes more commonplace to know about the art of Tails saying, "See you next game," which, in the context of CD, to me, very clearly, 1993, 1992? Where are we? 1991. One is Sonic 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1994 is 3. Tails was in the previous game. He isn't in this game. You'll see him next game. That doesn't mean that the next game in the continuity is Sonic 2. That means the next game coming out is Sonic 3, and he's gonna be there. Don't worry about it. Like, that's what that says to me, 500%. Like, that's the logic. And suddenly there's, like, the same time that this is coming out. This came out 2010 in November. Episode 2 came out 2011. No, 2012 in May. 2011 in November was Generations. We saw Metal in that too. And suddenly everybody has opinions about Sonic CD. This am I wrong about this? Does anyone want to call me out about this? Because I don't think enough people were on, like, active Sonic internet to prove me wrong on this. But this is my experience as of someone on the internet since they were 12 years old. It has been more than 2 decades. Being on the beat when it comes to Sonic games. I beefed that so much. And so suddenly everybody has a reason to be angry about Metal Sonic being on Little Planet until Sonic 4. And this mentality seeps into the official Sonic team because we are at the same time in a transitional state where the fans are becoming the creators, which so far has been about par quality. It's solid, like, we're still Sonic quality, buddy. Like, that's great. At least we're not dead. At least we're following their footsteps. Problem is, this isn't bad. These games aren't bad. So I don't know, like, I don't know. I'm saying so much shit here, and it's like the way that continuity and quality is so interspersed with how this game is a mess, and yet also not a mess. It's perfectly fine. It drives me a little crazy when I try to interact with other Sonic fans. And it doesn't seem like it because, like, I'm not a fucking child, so I'm chill about it, but, like, oh boy. I don't understand it. Here's this stage. We have Metropolis at home. Sure do. More pistons than ever. Pistons are the most terrifying part of that. And then we still have the most annoying part, which are the slicers. Fuck me. I'm swearing a lot, but I think I'm gonna actually upload this. I think I'm gonna upload this. The amount that I've said about it will be fantastic context for the watching the actual genuine It Doesn't Matter 5 following it. It's gonna be at the end on release order, but chronological. I might put this, at least for a little bit, in chronological order. At least enough for me to, like, clean up that video. I don't know. I mean, like, again, like, Chaos Emeralds don't matter in this game. Not part of the plot. I think what they could do, if they were ever actually going to do that thing that is never going to happen because Sonic Team wants to forget this existed, and because everybody raves about their beloved Sonic Mania. I don't. Timing on this is completely off. There we go. They basically replaced Sonic Mania or Sonic Mania in their mind space, and now they're trying to find out how they're going to layer Sonic Superstars in on that, which is not getting the same rave reviews. I'm sure it's a fine game. I'm sure it's a Sonic game. Let me put it that way. I'm sure it's what I expect. I don't know what Sonic fans expect. Oh man, we've got Metropolis Zone at home still. This is the part we didn't see in episode Metal. Remember, we only saw one per. Anyway, speaking of episode Metal, speaking of the collection that they'll never do, or whether they can put Sonic and Tails as a playable duo in the Sonic 4 stages, which would be chef's kiss. What they could also do if they do that collection, and I know they don't want to develop anything else for this game, but I don't know, maybe there's some leftover scraps from Episode 3. You know what Episode 3 was gonna be? Like, I don't even have to freaking know anything about the development that they had planned for it to know this. It's gonna be, let's put the Chaos Emeralds into the plot, so that we have a supersonic final stage. I don't know what the plot was gonna be because of the way that episode 2 ended, but whatever it was gonna be, it's probably gonna be in space. You just add that on at the end. They could add an all-new super level that you get rewarded for getting the Chaos Emeralds. In fact, you can have Super Emeralds. You can have Hypersonic. You could do both of... I was gonna say just get rid of the freaking... I was gonna say get rid of the special stages from Episode 1 entirely, but I realized they could do Super Emeralds. They could bring back Hypersonic. But you don't need Hypersonic to get the full ending. And you give us a little Supersonic boss. Oh, hey, Stardew. I forgot they were in this. I don't know why they wouldn't be. Come on. Come on. This is the worst. This might be actually be the worst mechanic in the game, these freaking wheels. Think about it, like... I was gonna say just do this Episode 2 ones. That's also an option. And let Sonic and Tails be super together, too, as well. Like, just make it an entire Sonic and Tails campaign. They could do that. That would be great. They are super together in... Are they super together? You know, it's been so long since I've got all the Chaos Emeralds and then played a stage. Because, again, the tag actions in Sonic 4 Episode 2... Wait. Really? I hate these wheels. The tag actions canceled out of Super. They could fix that too. As long as Tails is also Super. Oh my... Oh boy, howdy, I can't see. Alright, we found the worst part of this game. I know there's a way I can... Stop doing... There's a way I can go that doesn't go here. I know where I went wrong. Let's just restart. I think one of the things I stopped, not say completely. Hold chill boosting. Was that if they did do the all character, oh, it's like 7 characters approach to this game, would have been great. The way Sonic Episode 2 might have looked instead is blanking, somewhat focused. Would probably be one more like Advance 3. It probably would have changed the level design of most things entirely too in it. There's a wheel here too. I think. I'll bring you down there. That was part of the problem. Down there was part of the problem. A wrong way? I don't know, let's just see. I know this isn't quite where... Go a different way. Actually, this is different. This is not the route I went before. It looks the same, but it's not. Starting with there. Wow. I could not have gone a worse way, actually. I went worse than last time. This might have made everything even worse. Sure sounds worse. What did the switch do? It's okay, we're back here. I can never remember which way is which. I don't know, like, when I look back at my older It Doesn't Matter videos when I was just starting out, I was so much— Why is that? Hey, game. Why is that? It's something to crush me. I was so much less certain, because, like, we were also talking about a pre-Sonic Origins point in time, and a pre-me, interacting a significant degree with, like, Sonic speedrun community, which, I mean, like, some of the most agreeable Sonic fans I've ever interacted with, at the very least, like, a lot of gameplay opinions that I can agree with. Alright, we went the way that doesn't suck. I think. It all looks the same, because it's a one-trick mechanic. Don't tell me we didn't, actually. We're in the same place. Okay, it's fine. I got it first time. Try this time. We just went through, like, so many fewer loops to get there. Don't understand. I tried to be cool about it and I missed. Okay. Not that I really needed that checkpoint. There was a checkpoint just there. Oh, this is imitating the corkscrew. That didn't even click for me. I hate the corkscrew. And, you know, last time, the next time, actually, they imitate the corkscrew. They just do the corkscrew. We have a very... Actually, I quite enjoy the following act. Though it is very dangerous. That boost. No! Yeah. Okay. This acts as actually story significance, because, like... Oh god, I forgot it has this mechanic. This is this was actually a tilt mechanic in the mobile and Wii version. A very weak spring. Wow wow! It's Murphy time! He was in my room from the start this time. We aren't downstairs, we were in my room. Murphy was here the whole time. Maybe. He might have left and come back. Oh. Oops. So, like, this is, like, the security systems going off. And basically makes it so that Sonic can't destroy the whole facility. Which is why it's still standing later when metal is being recovered. We do still have, like, one more boss, of course. Like, I tend to forget this game has bosses because... Well, actually, there's some good... There's a fun part of the upcoming boss. Hopefully we see it. I am just sort of realizing they did generation style reset for the species for Classic Sonic. It resets the stage music because it has its own little segment it wants to do. A little boost in there. Oh, butts. Murphy, if you want to get out, you can just go. Like, the door's open. Okay, fine. That way. Murphy. Okay. Okay. Okay, if you get hit, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, even if you fall off and you don't get the jump properly, you're supposed to be able to just wump it. Whatever the wumbing is. Murphy, are you too old? Can you not, like, open the door anymore? No, he did it. He figured it out. He left. That was, like, a really, like, aggressive row he did, too. Like, if that didn't show up on mic, it really shows the disparity between when I have it connected to PS4 and not this. Alright, we have Metropolis boss at home. Remember this? Everyone's favorite boss. Wow, they hurt in this. I forgot that they hurt in this. I don't think in general, to be honest. Oh, because you don't actually have to hit them. You don't get hurt from hitting them. You just hatch them. Then they're annoying. You have a time limit. Okay, you do get hurt from them if you're just slapping them. What can I do about it? Avoid it and go ringless, obviously. Like a real Sonic player. That is a very loaded thing to say. Damage boost strats are like staple. Out of here. Yeah, see? Oh. Alright. We're at the halfway point. Phase 2. Everybody's got a Phase 2. Let's give chase. And this is the point where I really feel like what Eggman's doing, at least from here, is distracting Sonic. Actually, probably in the previous stage 2. Gotcha. Yes, get the cool one, the fun one, the favorite, fan favorite. No, okay. It's okay. Well, there's a boss rush after this, immediately after this. You remember Death Egg? No, not that one. I don't even, like, know what they're supposed to be saying. Like, I don't get a sense of what's going on there, the way that, like, they're not even trying to communicate versions of cutscenes work in 3. But hey, there's the rocket that Metal will take later. Maybe, if I'm gonna, like, actually put this, you know what? There's a stink disclaimer on the chronological playlist of regardless of spoilers. Old Tails rocket, though, you know? We're in the egg station. I probably should have showed it show up on the map. But hey, man, we're in space. Like, I couldn't remember if it was, like, low orbit or what. Nah, this is full space. This is Kevin Spacey. Mr. Spacely from George Jetsons. The Jetsons. Jeb Bush things. Now, I mean, there are tubes, so I guess, like, that coloration actually, something 8-bit about it. But it is certainly not the copied Death Egg edition. Oh, butts. Yeah, stuck in Eggman. That's fun. Ow! Wow, we got chunked. You know what would make this level awful? If there weren't checkpoints. This part was like, you know, we did episode Metal. This was the thing that fetched Metal from space. Oh god, why did that happen? Okay, I have 23 lives. Needs a quill card. Thanks. Okay, thanks. I think if there is, you know, I say this, if there's one, thanks. If there's one thing that feels like is a little too much for this game to have an issue with, it is that the edges aren't pixel precise enough, and I have no idea when I should jump sometimes, so I get the little boost instead that usually throws me into somewhere I don't want to be. Sort of by design. That's actually a Sonic 1 thing. It's a Sonic 1 thing. It's sort of a, like, a Sonic Mania thing as well. you just, like, flump off those platforms sometimes, and you try to jump, but you don't jump, and then you go on another platform, you try to jump, and it doesn't go. You've already offed that one, too. Like, that's very classic Sonic, actually. Not getting any double hits. And this just has, you know, an effect if you're in air. Okay. Okay. Which is good. Thank you. Alright, done with that. Chunky. I always wanted to get, like, a better look at the planet in the game. And the other one. I think they use the same model. But it is, I can almost guarantee you, completely different continental placement than from, like, Shadow, than from Unleashed, from, like, literally any other thing. Like, it's... I also want to get a look at the model of the planet in the back of Frontiers. I've only gotten as much as I could from colors. It's really its own... Oh, it's Chonky! Yes, we got Chonky! Oh. Alright, we are in danger. Okay. Balls. You know what this reminds me of? Actually, this is so much a Sonic Runners / Sonic Runners Adventure boss right here. I'm just realizing, between the bouncing balls we normally hit back, and the iron balls added. Alright, now everyone's favorite robot. The latest replication in the series. We have rings this time. And we just gotta keep hitting. Yeah. Like, I don't think they try and... Yeah, look, there's a continent down there, if it even is a continent, there's, like, water in the middle. Like, it's very close to being, like either that's, like, the Adabat chain of islands, and that one underneath it is the Empire City continent. Like, even that has a little in it. I think we're at the halfway point. Didn't you want your Death Egg Robo to have a Phase 2 where it goes haywire? Oh, okay. Guy takes that on the second step. Okay. Rings are starting to fly. Never a good sign. What am I supposed to do? I can't hit it, it's all electrified. Well, apparently he has to do this twice. Oh, jeez. Do it. Really shouldn't be hitting. Okay. You need to get like freaking 20 hits on this thing. It's... I don't know, maybe it's only 16, which would be the same as the original. Okay. Oh. Where you at? Oops. Okay, we are at the laser phaser. Laser phase. You know what? I want you to go over here. Okay. No. Doesn't know how to turn around. I know there's a point where, like, platforms might start dropping. I don't know what to do if that starts happening. I don't remember. You know, I was thinking about the Death Egg Robo you fight in Generations, and it's like the biggest one in the series before the remote types in Forces. Oh my god, so many. And that was definitely like 12 hits on its own just there. Got the lasers! Okay, I think that was the last one. Okay, if you don't do that final hit fast enough, it crumbles and you lose. Sonic, click the final stage! Why do I sound like Toby Determined from Gravity Falls? Oh wow, you like Sonic 1, remember? You like Sonic 1, huh? So, like, it also makes me wonder, before they got in Episode 2, which was, like, absolutely damage control of what happened here, and then nobody gave a shit, or are they trying to just be like, it doesn't need a plot? Like old times, as if... I don't know. I don't know if that was the intention or not. They were definitely pandering specifically to that Sonic 1 and 2 crowd, I say. Sonic 1 and 2 have plots. It's much less apparent in 2 until the end, but, like, there's something very concise about Sonic 1. Like, that's... Between its environments and its character, that's why that game did, like, succeed at all. Because, like, it's... I mean, you know... I've said this before, and I think the Secret Rings one. Early games of any of these popular series weren't always great. Sonic 1's kind of like, if you haven't played that to death so that you know the janky feel to it, it's not actually a good game to pick up. I mean, maybe if you get like, I don't know. I haven't really compared the original NES version to, like, the SNES re-release or anything. I don't think there's... I clicked out of the credits. There we go. Try again what? You didn't need the Chaos Emeralds for your plan. Try again is play the rest of the game. Which is in Episode 2. Which you can do by watching... something else. I don't know. Yeah. I got you with that swerve, though, if you, like, were paying attention to the title. That... I don't know. It wasn't, like, actually... I've already said I wasn't gonna... I said this last night, and, like, half a person watched it. I'm expecting Superstars at earliest the 30th. Just... given how, like, game sales work these time of year. Yeah, I got stuff I can do still until then. Who knows? Maybe we'll play Sonic Dream Team sometime in the next decade, too. It'll be fun. I'm gone. Bye.